Mumbai, a city of ever-increasing millionaires, also a city which has more than half its population living in slums. This irony is no longer amusing. Nirajan Hiranandani, co-founder and chairman Hiranandani Group, and Anuj Puri, chairman and country head JLL India, join me today to find out if the CM's idea is a workable one or not. Anuj, first, what is the difference between a CEO and a mayor, or is it just nomenclature?
You know, Manisha, there is really no empowerment of a CEO. So the empowerment only comes in from the CM. And it's the same for mayor as well, that the empowerment comes in from the CM. You know, the package that you just put together very nicely. It says that the CM power is going to be diminished if you get a CEO stroke a mayor. I don't think so. I think is that the CM has to empower the CEO, mayor, because the CM has a lot of other stuff going on, and hence he needs somebody who's going to look after a city like Mumbai rather than the full Maharashtra and a lot of other paraphernalia that are going on that the CM is involved in. And instead of his being able to devote that time, he's empowering the CEO stroke mayor to say go out, get in all the agencies to come together, go out to do business development, go international, bring in investors, get the infrastructure, whatever that I cannot do is what I am delegating you to go ahead and do that. So really from my perspective, to answer your question, CEO, mayor is a terminology difference. And the empowerment comes in not from their designation, but really from the CM.
Okay, fair enough. Nirajan Hiranandani, come in here. I think Anuj Puri has just highlighted the issue. A chief minister has just too much on his plate, and Mumbai needs individual attention. It's been controversial, but so far, it's just been felt that it's Maharashtra's development which has been the bigger agenda rather than Mumbai's development, isn't it so?
Yes, but you have to understand one thing, that we have had such a deficiency of infrastructure in the last couple of years that it's not funny. The entire link from the Cross Harbour, the metro rail, the coastal road, the Navi Mumbai airport, all these have been languishing. I don't know if a CEO simpliciter will be able to handle it today. I think even the chief minister made a statement a week or two ago that he needs the prime minister to pay attention to these projects. Okay. So I don't know if a CEO alone will be able to handle the mantle of doing projects worth maybe 200,000 crores at the end of it, and 100,000 crores to be announced in the next 3 to 4 months. So I think it's a big mantle that you're asking a CEO to take. And I don't know what will be the designation of this man, who is going to be there. A mayor certainly won't be able to do it because it's only handling one agency. We have several agencies besides the municipal corporation like the MMRDA, MADA, MSRDC, and so on and so forth. So the person at the lowest who can be the CEO would be the Chief Minister of Maharashtra, as Anuj has correctly put it in that way, though he's extremely busy, but I don't think there's an option.
There's an option that the Chief Minister himself has to step in and take care of that infrastructure deficit of Mumbai. A CEO will not be able to do that. Is that your argument?
Yes, Manisha, the problem is different. Who can today sanction 70,000 crores of rupees for projects of metro? Who can give you 30,000 crores of Cross Harbour Bridge? Who can give you 4,000, 5,000 crores worth of coastal road to be managed? And who will organize the approvals of coastal road from environmental clearance at the central government level? If you're telling me that a CEO will be able to do it, no way. I think it's nobody less than the Chief Minister himself who will have to do it at the initial instance. Yes, the execution can be handled by a CEO, no doubt about it, and should be handled by a CEO. But I think the initial takeoff before all these projects are financially and executively, technically and environmentally approved will have to be handled by a person not less than the Chief Minister of Maharashtra, and maybe Mr. Gadkari at the central government will also have
fair
to
enough.
pull
All
his
right,
hand
Anuj
on
Puri,
some
your
of these
response to that,
projects,
your response to
especially
that,
the Bombay Port Trust and other things.
the Chief Minister himself has to step in and look at turning around Mumbai very seriously. A CEO will not be effective in such a case. What do you think?
So Manisha, what Nirajan Bhai is saying, has merit. He's saying is that it is such a serious and a severe problem today that we need someone with the stature of Chief Minister or perhaps even a Union Cabinet Minister to come in and help Mumbai. So it is true, that's the severity of the problem. Now the trouble is that the Chief Minister perhaps may not be able to find the time to be able to get so much focused into development of Mumbai because he's got other agendas that he's handling. I think what Nirajan Bhai is saying is that the power that is devolved on the CM should be then fully given to the CEO, because if you are just going to get an individual and make him an appointed CEO with a designation without the full empowerment that comes in from the CM, the CEO is going to be ineffective because the severity of the problem is very high today. So I completely endorse that view that if you are having a CEO, it's not about the designation. It is about the CM saying is with full sincerity, I'm going to empower this person. He's going to have the full authority and the full responsibility as I have. And I'm going to devolve all that up to this individual to be able to make the changes.
All right.
And then, Manisha, if that doesn't happen, then this will become just one more layer.
Bureaucratic layer. Okay. So do you feel that, in this new Chief Minister see that intention of wanting to devolve power, Anuj? Do we get that? Because he's actually mooted this idea, isn't it? So somewhere I think he recognizes that the task is enormous.
And my thought is, Manisha, it is probably coming in from that thought that the task is so huge that he's saying is, I need a focused organization led by a CEO to be able to bring Mumbai back to its old, shine, and for it to become an international world-class financial center today. And that he's saying is that it's not going to be possible with a lot of other compulsions that he has to be able to focus. And hence, his thought is that, let me bring in this organization with a CEO on top of it and then empower him fully to be able to go out and make Mumbai a world-class city.
All right, Nirajan Hiranandani, the Chief Minister may have mooted the idea, but it's not going down very well with his allies and just the whole structure of governance in Mumbai. There are a lot of people who will lose their power. Do you think the idea will go through? We can keep having these lovely discussions, but do you think that power will be devolved? And if at all the Chief Minister wants it, he can really push this idea through for the betterment of Mumbai?
I don't know whether it's going to be effective at the initial instance, but yes, on the execution side, it is possible to get a CEO to do execution. There is no doubt about it. We have good bureaucrats who could be very senior bureaucrats who could become CEOs, but only from the execution perspective, not from the point of view of getting these projects approved and initially cleared both at the central and the state government, and also for the clearance of the financial involvement of these projects. I don't think the CEO can be done. But yes, once that is done, the CEO can definitely execute these projects. It should not be the responsibility of the Chief Minister alone, and he should then be able to devolve this, and maybe you can create multiple CEOs to look after multiple projects. Because you have the Cross Harbour, you have the metro, you have the coastal road, and you have the Navi Mumbai airport. Maybe you need one CEO for each of the projects.
Where will he find this CEO, Anuj Puri? Where's the talent?
I think there is enough talent available, Manisha. There is certainly a lot of willingness of the people and senior leadership within the business to be able to take that up. There will be several people
what
that
kind
come
of a
to my
person
mind.
would it
one
be?
of them is Nirajan Bhai himself. If he was to move on and take as the CEO of Mumbai, I can tell you it'll be just fantastic for the city and for the infrastructure and the real estate community as a whole.
Okay, Mr. Hiranandani, will there be takers for this big mammoth task? Because it's not going to be an easy job to take on. Of course, I'm sure that you will not take it on, but will there be a qualified taker for this role? It's full of controversy. It will be full of challenges, multiple agencies, politically controversial. So even if this idea went through, would we find the right man?
I would take it on. If I was given all this job to change Mumbai, I would be happy to take it on. There's no problem about it at all. It can be done. There is no reason why it cannot be done. And for Mumbai, I would love to do it. But jokes apart, I think there are lots of people who can do this job at the execution levels. But politically, it would be difficult unless the person didn't have the powers of the chief minister to actually get it done. So I think, we really need to balance these two parts of it. And as Anuj has correctly said, it's the enormity of the matter is so large that at the conceptual and financial and organization level, there are challenges, but not at the execution level. Execution is possible.
Okay, Anuj Puri, finally, give us an example. Take Mumbai with all its oddities, its challenges. Give us an international example where an empowered CEO or a mayor structure has worked and something that Mumbai could probably easily follow.
In both the cities, Manisha, in New York, CEO has been very effective. I met up with the CEO and, he's a very young, dynamic person and he changed that entire city. In fact, when I met up with him, he said is that at some stages in his, job responsibility, he felt even more empowered than Barack Obama because he was controlling the entire New York right from the police department to the municipality.
Wow.
And that was the kind of empowerment, and he's done fantastic of that. And the second one is, if you look at Boris Johnson in London, the way that he's brought in the changes in the city, pedestrianization, cleanliness, the business back, look at the amount of development that he's got by getting into the international investors and bringing them and making London once again the mecca of the private equity and the financial world. So both these have been very fine examples where fully empowered people, whether it was a mayor or a CEO or whatever designation you want to give them, take it up. Just going back, Manisha, on the previous question, whether you're going to find the right person, my thought is if there is a right person, they will ask all the questions what you have asked. What is my empowerment? What is my political compulsion? What is my authority? How am I going to be able to bring all these departments in line? And if that person is not going to be satisfied with that answer, I don't think you're going to get the right person. Because I do believe there are many people available in the market to be able to take that up, and they are going to ask exactly the questions what you've asked.
Anuj Puri, Nirajan, Hiranandani, thank you very much. This is an interesting debate and we just hope something comes out of it. We've got a young chief minister for that city and we do want Mumbai's fortunes reviving. Of course, it's already got the country's largest number of millionaires and many billionaires. The richest of the rich list resides in Mumbai, but then they all have to probably travel the same roads as a poor guy and face the same hurdles. Thank you, gentlemen.